CVA's Accura Series, Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment's being brought to you by 3rd Regiment Game Calls. Friends, family, and faith in the outdoors. One call at a time. All right, everybody, it's time for this week's Pictures of the Week. They're being brought to you by our friends over at Flowers Garden Center and Deer Processing. I know a lot of you guys already got down there last weekend to take them those juvenile hunters deer. We had a great juvenile weekend, but be sure to get down there again this weekend with muzzleloader season and take them your business and tell them thank you for everything that they do for us here at the show. All right, speaking of juvenile hunters, this is Deacon Blair here. This is a nice buck that he got this past weekend on the juvenile hunt. Congratulations on that one, Deacon. All right, our next picture here, this is my buddy James Jones, and James is the owner of Sniper. You know, we run their game cameras and their blinds and things like that. Great company. James is down hunting in Texas this week, and he got a nice deer while he was down there and sent that in. So we appreciate you sending that to me, James, and good luck on the rest of your hunt. I know you're actually after some other game now besides deer, so good luck to you. All right, now this is a heck of a deer right here. This is Jeff Jackson, and Jeff has actually been on the show here with us, and he owns Limb Hanger Totes. If you guys may already know who he is, we use a lot of his products here at the show, but the other day he had a very good evening of bow hunting here in the great state of Tennessee. Wow. And so super proud of Jeff on that one. Congratulations, man, that's a great deer. And here on the end, this is Nevaeh Myers. And this is a great deer that she got also on the juvenile hunt this past weekend. And she's become quite a hunter. We have showed some turkey pictures of hers as well. And congratulations on that one, and keep them coming to us. Y'all can send your pictures to us here at 474 James Robertson Parkway, or better yet, get them to me on Facebook or at the email address right there on the screen, and we'll get them on the show here just as quick as we can. All right, welcome back to the studio. Jonathan, now this year, and here in just a bit we're going to be sharing this, but you had a real good bow season. Yes. But you got to have a real special afternoon with your son. Absolutely. You're sitting right with him, and yep. So kind of what's the story behind that deer? I mean, y'all were right behind the house, I guess.
Yeah, we have about 20 some acres right behind my house, and hadn't been seeing anything at all, so I started feeding the feedy greedy, FG3 there. I started putting it out right behind my house. It's right at the edge of my yard. And the main reason I put it out was just to kind of pull deer in so I could sit on my back porch and just kind of look at the wildlife and stuff. And it wasn't just a couple of days, I seen this monster just pop in my backyard. I was like, where did that deer come from? So I go hang a camera up, and he's coming in regularly. I mean, like regularly. So I told my son, I said, I tell you what, I said, I'm gonna let you have the opportunity at this deer. I said, I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna stay at our other farm and hunt there. Yeah. And
he made good on it, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
You guys had a good evening.
Absolutely.
Now, how old is he?
He's 15.
Okay. I would have figured 14, 15 years old from
15.
the video. Yeah. He seemed pretty excited, but at the same time, also like he's probably been in that position before. He's not new to it, is he?
No, he's not new to it. No, that's his third really good buck that he's killed. I've, you know, at a young age, I let him kill the first one to get it into him, and I kind of try to teach him that we got to let them grow to get some age to them to where we can have good mature deers to hunt. Right. And everything. Right. And
that's your number one management tool.
Absolutely.
The good Lord give you your number one tool.
That's
right there. That's the number one tool you got. We say that all the time. I mean, there's lots of things out there to help us. Yep. And you know, you keep your bag full of whatever helps you. But that's your number one tool.
Absolutely.
It is. And now, Sammy, you were kind of hitting on something that interested me a while ago, because the story you were telling about the state of Kentucky almost mirrors the story of the state of Tennessee. I mean, now when I've been deer hunting now, I guess, for almost 30 years. And just in my 30 years of doing it, I've seen a dramatic increase, you know, dramatic change in the amount of deer we see, and big time in the quality. Yep. But back when my dad started deer hunting, which he's watching tonight, but back when he started deer hunting, I mean, if somebody in deer camp got a spike buck, man, you had done it.
You had done something.
You know, it was totally so. When did you kind of start seeing the turnaround in Kentucky as far as populations and?
As hunters age, their need to take an animal changes.
Right, it does.
So you mature into more of a, and I don't want to say the word trophy hunter, but actually you want to manage your herd, and you want to hunt a more mature animal. So, you know, there's a lot of young hunters, but there's not the number of young people really interested in hunting that there were when we were young.
Yep.
So and I'll give kudos to the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Department. They've done an awesome job of restocking. They used a strain of deer from primarily Wisconsin, which is a northern woods deer, a bigger bodied animal.
Right.
And ballard, and then the Land Between the Lakes area, the Cumberland area. So when that took place, it gave the Kentucky hunters an opportunity that we had never had, because the population had been so depleted by no real regulations for so long. So we finally reached the point now where Kentucky's a hot spot for big mature bucks.
Yeah.
And that's took years of maturity in the hunters as well as the animal.
Yeah.
So one thing I say about hunting in general, if you're hunting a big mature deer, and like I told you, I've hunted 40 years.
Yeah.
I've took my share. But a big mature buck is very unforgiving.
Yes.
Very.
There's some things that age teaches you.
Yeah.
I could sit here and cry about some of the mistakes that I've made if I could go back and redo.
I know it. I know it. We all have.
Absolutely.
But anything that you can get to give you that little bitty advantage makes a huge difference, along with the knowledge.
It does.
And some of these products, all of our logos will say game changer.
Yeah.
And I hope we get the opportunity to explain to you guys out there why we call them a game changer, because they're truly innovative. Chris came up with something in certain aspects of this feed and with the fog that have never been tapped upon before.
Yep.
And we can explain to you why it works so well.
Yeah.
I know why it works because I've got the experience to explain that to the
And we're
viewers.
going to actually talk more about the fog here in just a minute too, so you guys will get to hear about that as far as what he's talking about. And you guys have the minerals. Now, of course, you know, these guys hunt in the state of Kentucky, and a lot of you viewers are in Kentucky, but for those of you in Tennessee, if you don't know this, the reason they keep talking about the feed, you guys can hunt with feed in Kentucky.
Absolutely.
But here in Tennessee, we have the minerals that we're able to use. I've actually got some of y'all's minerals out right now. They've been working great for me. But this fog, I mean, as not only a cover scent, but as an attractant.
Absolutely.
You know, and so anything, like you said, anything that gives you, and not only just the advantage, I've always told people, if it gives you any more confidence, it don't matter if your buddy thinks it works or don't think it works or whatever. If it works for him, but if it works for you and it gives you any amount more confidence in what you're doing, you'll be a more successful hunter.
If you're fishing and you're throwing a bait all day that you truly believe in, you will catch more fish than if you don't have confidence in that bait.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Absolutely.
And with deer hunting the same way, you know, if you're hunting a spot that you're confident in, and you get up and you leave the house that morning and it feels right, and you just know it's right.
On, baby.
It's on. I mean, you almost know. You know, I've sat there at the house the night before and told my wife it's on in the morning. I mean, you know, it feels right, the weather's right, the timing's right. I mean, it's going to happen. And it's amazing how that happens when you go in with that confidence. You know, the difference in how you hunt.
That fog, and you know, Chris comes up with this stuff, and being the head pro staff, when he explains things to me, I'm like, God. You know, it's a no-brainer. That stuff right there is probably different than anything out there that you guys have ever used.
I guarantee it.
It is natural scents that are in nature. I'm not going to tell you what's in it. None of us going to tell you what's in it.
Yeah, we tried to get the recipe pulled up on the screen for you tonight. Chris wasn't having it. He beat them.
What that does, It's like I explained to the guys, we visited Prestonburg a couple weeks ago. Okay, if Granny's cooking a big old blackberry cobbler in the oven, and you walk in the house and the little chihuahua has dropped one on the rug that nobody sees, you're probably not going to smell that, but you're going to smell the cobbler that's in the oven.
Yeah.
This blocks that deer's ability to smell you as the hunter by overwhelming the olfactory glands in the nasal passage to the point where it does not alarm him because they're, number one, a natural scent.
Yeah.
But it jams his ability to pick up on human odor.
On your scent. Right.
And we've got tons of video footage. I can show you where I've went in and sprayed it as I go in. The 10-pointer that I killed. I walked in, I sprayed it on everything up the trail as I went, sprayed it all around the stand. The deer came in, nose up, trying to wind what that was, walked straight to where I had sprayed it, and I arrowed him. And Jonathan had the same experience. It is truly innovative. It is truly game-changing.
Absolutely.
And I would advise anybody that is skeptical, please try it. You know, hey, the wheel was invented one time, so you know things change.
That's right.
There's always new things.
At one point, we didn't have any of the stuff we have now. You know?
That's right.
I tell you what, it's time to do this week's product of the week, and that's what we've been kind of holding out on here. So I'm going to give this to one of you guys. This week's product of the week's been sponsored by Caney Fork Outdoors. You guys can find them at cfoutdoors.com or get off at the Center Hill Dam exit off of I-40. Go down to the bottom of the hill, and you'll find them at the Big Rock Market. And I want to let you know that this weekend is a good time to get down there because they are going to be doing their year-end kayak sale. So if you want to get a deal on a kayak, it is time to go get it right now from Caney Fork Outdoors. Get down there and check them out, or you can reach out to them on Facebook or give them a call, and they'll let you know about the deals they've got as they're getting last year's stock out and all the rentals sold. So if you want a good deal, it's the time to get down there.
That's awesome.
All right, now we've been talking about the fog, so just tell us just a little bit about it, Chris. We have talked about, you know, it's a cover scent. You can use it as a cover scent, also an attractant, you know, using it going in and out of the woods. But just tell everybody a little bit how they can get this from you guys. How can they get that to try it out, like Sammy was talking about a while ago?
Well, in Kentucky, it's at most of my distributors. Johnny Simpson, I can get it at T&H Mill. You can look us up on Facebook at P&P Hunting Central Kentucky, and write us on there. And if you need it, like Mike Aiken, great. He's one of our pro staffs. He's also a distributor. All of my pro staff guys, they can hook you up with it. And what you need to do first to get started is actually get on P&P Hunting Central Kentucky. It's a private group. I answer a few little questions, and then you get on. And once you get on, you'll have all the info that you need to know to get any of these products. But this year I didn't. Last year, Brian Aiken is on my pro staff. He carried this stuff, not this, but the feed, over 55,000 miles last year. This year, I'm not doing that. This year, I only went to like 6 distributors, and that's it. You know, and I've got a new distributor coming toward Lexington, Kentucky Monday, which is Nolan Miller, and this product right here, what you need to do, like I said, is get on P&P Hunting Central Kentucky, and you can see the testimonies. I don't even know half of these guys that gives the testimonies on this, that goes into the stores and buys it at these distributors.
Right.
Johnny Simpson at Simpson Farms, he sells a lot of it. He'll probably go through 4 gallon of it every week and a half. Mike Aiken sells it the same way. All of my distributors sells it. But this product right here, Trophy Ridge Archery in Cub Run, Kentucky. Trophy Ridge Archery in Cub Run, Kentucky. He sells it and sells it by the gallons. So you know what? What you need to do is get on P&P Hunting Central Kentucky.
Y'all
check
get
this
in
out.
touch with them.
Yep.
Check this out.
Well, we appreciate that. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.